the winningest all-time coach in Lehigh program history and will soon be the all-time winningest coach in Patriot League history if he keeps this thing going. We're underway here in Morgantown as West Virginia and Lehigh are set to get going. Starting 5 for the West Virginia Mountaineers: Jasper Floyd, Honor Huff, Tracy Eaglestaff, Brennan Lorient, and Harlan Obioha, who gets the scoring started, Big.
Yeah, Obioha with a strong move inside, and you want to see more of that out of him. Starting
5 for the Lehigh Mountain Hawks coming to Morgantown will be Whitlock, Ingram, Benoit, Thomas, and Alvey. And Whitlock answers right back for Lehigh.
Well, good backdoor cut. That's how you alleviate that pressure. If a team's going to overplay you like that, go backdoor and make a good pass.
So, Bake, it's the third game in 6 days for West Virginia. The challenges of that, and maybe also advantages, you're probably feeling it a little bit. Huff couldn't get that one to go. Tipped up in the air, rebounded by Lehigh. But you do have 2 games in the bank, and you can probably have a little more chemistry now.
Yeah, I think you do. I don't think there's anything wrong with him having to play like that. And as you go through the season, you're going to be playing a lot more games back-to-back, too.
As we see Lehigh starting 5 on the bottom end of the ticker there.
West Virginia, and they are aggressive man-to-man, as they always will be.
Defensively, West Virginia has been very solid in the first 2 games of the season. That's off the front of the rim. And rebounded by Obioha, holding teams to shooting just 37% so far, and opponents are only shooting 23% from beyond the arc against them. Lorient is going to pop up and miss it strong. Ingram will let that one roll out of bounds with 18:26 to go here in the first.
I think Belo might have been a little surprised that he was that open.
Head coach Ross Hodge looking on. West Virginia, meanwhile, their first 2 games of the year, shooting 42%. Would like that 3-point percentage to rise up a little bit. They're only 32% from beyond the arc. But again, the feeling out process for a brand new coaching staff and group of players. Ingram up top now to Benoit. Ingram floats one off the backboard and stolen by Honor Huff. Bit of a hybrid pass shot. Obioha, foul line. Backdoor cut, beautiful. And the reverse finish by Lorient.
And West Virginia gives them a little bit of their own medicine. Ducking backdoor, excellent pass by Huff to Belo.
Over midcourt, this is Caleb Thomas, the point guard, a 5'10" freshman from Atlanta. Had 10 points in 29 minutes against number 2 Houston, as West Virginia again forces another turnover. That'll be the second of the game by the Mountaineers. Floyd, Lorient left open again. Can he hit this time? Yes. And West Virginia rolling already. They're up 5. Mountaineers 3 of 5 shooting to begin the game. First possession for Lehigh was a bucket, but they have not struck since. High arcing layup shot, bad shot forced by the West Virginia defense. Obioha pulls down another rebound. Floyd, bounce pass inside, Lorient, good, Hezzy, and finish. It's 9-2 West Virginia, and it's all Brennan Lorient.
Boy, excellent pass by Jasper Floyd. That's what you want your quarterback to do.
Brennan Lorient with 11 and 12 in his first 2 games with West Virginia is already on pace to blow that out of the water. He's got 7 for the Mountaineers already. Alvey underneath. Hank Alvey back to Benoit. Edward Benoit had it.
And another turnover.
Poked away by Honor Huff, who steps into a 3. Back iron missed. Rebound Lehigh, and they'll slow it down. West Virginia, the 7-0 run over the last 120. Lehigh unable to answer, but a foul called against West Virginia. Edward Benoit, 6'8" sophomore from Montreal, will shoot free throws. And that'll be 3 free throws, Mick.
Yep, nice pass from the big fella out there at the free throw line. Lorient recognizing the overplay and ducking to the hoop.
Okay, so
Honor Huff picked up a foul on Benoit.
So they're actually calling this a foul on the floor instead of a shooting foul, despite the shooting motion. At least that's how they have it aligned right now. Our officiating crew for this one: Rick Crawford, Gary Maxwell, and Chris Pashy. So West Virginia dodges a bit of a bullet there. Thought you were going to have a moment for Lehigh to get back into the game and slow it down. Ingram knocked loose by Trey Eaglestaff, And a 4th turnover already for this feisty Mountaineer defense. Trayson Eaglestaff in double figures last time out. He goes to the basket and is fouled by Ingram with 16:04 to go in our first period.
What we're seeing on the Mountaineer defensive thing is the same thing they did to Mount St. Mary's. If you're not strong with the basketball, they're going to take it. You know, you just can't lay that thing out there. West Virginia's hands are too quick, and the team is too strong.
Eaglestaff 1 point in his Mountaineer debut, but then followed that up with 12 against Campbell, the Camels of Campbell. As Coach Hodge looks on, West Virginia goes up 8. This run continues for West Virginia. It's an 8-0 run over the last 2 minutes.
Well, Eaglestaff looked so much better last game against Campbell than he did in the opening game.
Yeah, no question. Trayson Eaglestaff for the Mountaineers, brought in to be one of those primetime scorers for West Virginia. Eaglestaff, 6'6" senior from Bismarck, North Dakota. They go underneath. Hank Alvey into the corner. Whitlock, strong, rebound, West Virginia. Amir Jenkins is in the game for West Virginia. 2 and white. He'll get a high screen. Good swing pass. Quick release. 3 ball, no good. Offensive rebound, Morris Ugasuk for West Virginia, who's also coming to the game in the meantime. Looking like a well-oiled machine right now, this West Virginia team. Another backdoor cut, Ugasuk. And the run continues for West Virginia. 11-0 over the last 2.5 minutes. And Lehigh in 4 minutes has turned it over 4 times. Up top. Ingram, floater, no good. Lehigh can't buy a basket right now.
No, they can't.
And out to Nazir Whitlock. Whitlock, push off, offensive foul. And that'll take us to the media break. West Virginia 13, Lehigh 2. Mountaineers looking good so far in game 3 of the season.
And they outscored Houston in the second half.
Yeah.
34-31. So that has to give them a little bit of confidence going into Patriot League play.
No question. They lost that one 75-57 against the gold standard in the Big 12 Conference, and then beat Valley Forge 91-52. And there's a triple from Honor Huff as West Virginia's lead continues to climb. Now, Valley Forge is a Division III opponent. Counted as a game for them. Did not count as a game for Valley Forge. And that's deflected out of bounds by the recent entrant, DJ Thomas. Freshman from Allen, Texas. Listed as a top 75 forward nationally. West Virginia and head coach Ross Hodge utilizing those changes quickly. 16-2 Mountaineers. Lehigh has not scored in 5 minutes. Hank Alvey to Whitlock. Back to Alvey, and he's swarmed by Jenkins. Look at that ball pressure from West Virginia.
Great team defense.
Shot clock at 3. They got to force one up here. Alvey, of course, hits it for Lehigh. That'll end a 5-minute-plus scoring drought. Hank the Tank Alvey, 6'9", 251, a sophomore on his Patriot All-Rookie team last season. Jenkins to Obioha. Inside, oh, great pass, and Jenkins tried to flip that one up as he caught it. It was a little bit under the basket, so you could see what he was going for.
Yeah, he was coming down when he tried to get it up, and couldn't get it up high enough on the board.
Up top, Vasquez, who's coming to the game for Lehigh. Receives back at the sideline. Nazir Whitlock underneath. Alvey. West Virginia defense doesn't bite and forces another turnover.
West Virginia's rotations are so good right now. It's hard for anybody to break to the basket without having another Mountaineer there.
6 turnovers forced by West Virginia already, and they've not given one up yet. Oh, Huff, that's a tough one. Off the front of the rim, Obioha fighting, whistle, foul on the floor, and Obioha fired up as he gets the call. He tracked that ball wonderfully.
And that's what we have to have out of Obioha. You know, a couple of games I thought that he played a little soft and wasn't aggressive enough, but it's going to come in time.
All right, so Lorient and Floyd will come back into the game. Thomas and Jenkins head back to the bench. Words of encouragement from head coach Ross Hodge. 5 out here for West Virginia. Ugasuk, Huff, Lorient, Obioha, and the inbounder, Floyd. He's one of the 20-point scorers for West Virginia in the game this season. Obioha to Ugasuk, who's already scored. Lorient to the basket. Got 2 jumps. Nice extra pass. Obioha, the double move and one.
What a nice little head fake inside. Got the defense up in the air, went into him, drew the contact, and laid it in.
12:55 to go, first quarter. Obioha is on the board for West Virginia again. He's got 4 points. And Bake, this is a brand new team. West Virginia competing in its 3rd game in 6 days. Now that might be a disadvantage. They're looking like a well-oiled machine right now. It's all down to timing, right?
It's all down to timing, yes. And it's going to look, again, look shoddy at times, but the more they play together, the better it's going to get.
And 1 free throw missed by Obioha. Jalen Vasquez, the 6'3" junior, will have ball handling duties for Lehigh over midcourt. This is a feeling out process right now for the Lehigh offense. That was a good look, but they were unable to convert on the 3-point miss by Peter Kramer, the 6'5" sophomore. West Virginia's ball switching and space taking away has been the key to their lead so far in this game, and highly efficient offense at 54%. They're scoring over half the time they've got the ball. And that is going to be out of bounds. Trying to make a move for West Virginia was Lorient. That'll be the first turnover of the game for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, Bilo wanted an isolation inside. He got it, but couldn't handle the ball. Turnover.
Brendan Lorient, 7 points already. Had those within the first 5 minutes of the contest, if not first 3 possessions. And Uga Soup will be replaced now by DJ Thomas. These are fast twitches and switches for this West Virginia defense and head coach Ross Hodge.
Well, one thing I like, you're seeing a number of different combinations.
Yes. Lehigh also working Henry Adiasa in the game for the first time. He's 6'11", 240. Senior comes up to set the screen for Naz Whitlock. And a 3 from the left wing, no good. Rebound by Eaglestaff is in a good position. Eyes up as West Virginia looks to transition. 11:52 to go here in our first half. Eaglestaff, nice find. Thomas hesitated. Good defense there by Adiasa to keep him away from the basket.
Yeah, he did. It looked like he was going to have a layup.
West Virginia's got to recycle. Floyd, pusher up and in from 4 feet. Offensively for West Virginia, Bake, what's working? We've talked about the defense, but obviously the Mountaineers look really comfortable.
Yeah, they're really doing a good job of moving the ball on the offensive end.
The run for West Virginia is 18-3 over the last 6+ minutes. Good look there, but missed by Whitlock, and Lehigh's struggles continue. They're now shooting less than 25% from the floor.
Well, what West Virginia's defense will do is make you rush a shot.
Floyd, good move inside. They're just getting what they want right now.
Yes, it is.
So Jasper Floyd gets the bucket for West Virginia. We could talk about trends right now. It's another 3-minute+ scoring drought for Lehigh. They already had one of over 5 minutes as the Mountaineers lead 22-5. But an easy take to the basket that time and finished by Jalen Vasquez.
Well, we saw Campbell do that a lot against West Virginia, and that was straight line drives to the basket. I don't think Coach Hodge wants to see that today, but they did get one just now.
Floyd, high screen from Lorient, who receives, wants to spot up. That hand basically touched the ball, didn't matter anyway. He's in double figures already for West Virginia, not even halfway through the first half.
As strong as he is inside, if he starts knocking down threes, somebody's going to have their hands full.
West Virginia 3 of 8 from deep so far in the game. Kramer penetrates, whistle, and a foul call with 10:05 to go here in our first period. That'll be Lehigh ball when we come back. West Virginia shooting 63% and have turned over the Mountain Hawks. Basically been the entirety of the first half, 23-5 over the last 8 minutes for the Mountaineers. It'll be 2 free throws as we welcome you back to Hope Coliseum. Peter Kramer, 6'5" sophomore from Allison Park, Pennsylvania, will shoot 2. First one missed. Big, what can Lehigh do to work back into the game? Obviously make free throws.
That would be a start. And they haven't hit the offensive boards hard, and West Virginia's had trouble with that.
Yeah.
That would be one. When you're shooting bad, somebody's got to go get one.
West Virginia's out-rebounded Lehigh 9-6. Floyd left that one short, maybe surprised by the amount of space that he had, but that rolls off the leg of Adiasa. It'll stay with the Mountaineers.
Lehigh has 7 points. Lehigh has 7 points. One was a backdoor cut, and the other was a layup, and everything else they've had to really, really work for.
Great look there from Floyd as West Virginia will try and run the inbound set. Huff catches at the near corner. 15 on the shot clock for West Virginia. We're halfway through half number 1. Huff inside Obioha, trying to muscle it up there. Lorient able to pick up the loose change. 27-7. It's the largest lead of the game for West Virginia, and it continues to grow. Vasquez, active hands, tipped by Floyd, but maintained by the Mountain Hawks. Benoit, back to Vasquez. Cross court, good look, but no dice. Floyd was knocked down, and the rebound picked up by Eaglestaff. Grayson Eaglestaff, nice find for Floyd, getting Lehigh off balance, and we got a kick call against the Mountain Hawks. Kramer will put a pause on things with 9 minutes to go. West Virginia will make a change of 3. Jenkins, Thomas, and Ugasuk.
West Virginia is just so much quicker right now than Lehigh. They're beating them at every phase of the game here.
But again, this is a Lehigh team that outscored Houston of the Big 12 in the second half. So could be a slow start, could be a number of things. Adiasa fouling West Virginia's Brennan Lorient, who will shoot 2 more.
Well, yeah, for Lehigh to outscore Houston, Kelvin Sampson is known as a defensive ace too, just as Ross Hodge is. So whenever Sampson gets really upset when people score on this team like that, so I'm sure they had a spirited practice the next time.
No question. Adiasa will pick up his first personal foul. Lorient's got 12 points for the Mountaineers, and that will be a first free throw missed. 1 more point for him, and he has set a West Virginia high so far through 3 games this season. Scored in double figures 21 times at North Texas. His career best is 20 points, so he is looking to shatter that mark as he's got 13 already. Brennan Lorient leading West Virginia to a 28-7 lead. Mountaineers have forced 6 turnovers, have been very careful with the ball, have only given it away once. Adiasa, left side, tipped by Eaglestaff, maintained by the Mountain Hawks. 8:30 to go. Adiasa, target inside, and it'll be off the foot of Lorient with 4.5 left on the shot clock, so Lehigh will look to run something quickly here. And our third member of the broadcast crew, Angelica Trinone, has more on Brennan Lorient.
Well, when it comes to Brennan Lorient and Jasper Floyd, Andrew, Coach Hodge says they're really the bookends of this team. They're able to get his message across when he said sometimes maybe the delivery isn't what the guys want to hear, so they're able to translate that. But with a guy like Brennan Lorient, he's really been working on block shots, and he says he loves defense, and he loves that Ross Hodge lets him play that way too.
Thanks, Angelica. Turnover again there by Lehigh will give West Virginia possession. And that's exactly right. The guys who are at North Texas with Ross Hodge. And sometimes, you know, if you're a coach, you got to say things that the players don't want to hear and the way that they don't want to hear it.
That's exactly right. Yeah, but when you have, you know, players who have played for you that can go, like you said, interpret it and get those guys to understand it, the message still gets there.
Good attitude goes a long way. Coach Hodge recruiting winners here to West Virginia at multiple levels. Eaglestaff look to Obioha, saved by Ugasuk. West Virginia is recovering even when the passing isn't perfect. Jenkins on Benoit. Up and in. Good move by the freshman.
That was a shot by a kid that could be playing high school ball right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Here Jenkins actually reclassified from 26 to 25. You can see the promise there. Cross-court feed. Benoit. No dice, and the struggles continue for Lehigh. They're hanging around 25% from the field, just 3 of 12 so far in this game. 7:30 left in the first half. Jenkins weaving his way in, and will have to kick it back out The Mountaineers' DJ Thomas, fellow freshman, to Eaglestaff and a travel against Trayson Eaglestaff. Under 8 to go. We'll take immediate. Don't hold me that big.
Well, no, I am going to hold you that. I think that's probably right.
Okay.
Yep. You've never failed me before.
If they gave out a PhD in rebounding, Warren Baker would be a candidate. A PhD candidate there. Right side, Lehigh with the ball as West Virginia leads by 23 points here in Morgantown to the corner. They got that off quickly, but missed by Naz Whitlock and rebounded by Amir Jenkins, who's getting some minutes here for West Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
Mountaineers being led by Brennan Lawrence, 13 points. Leading scorer for Lehigh is Alvey. He has a single three-pointer. And the jump save there, back in the hands of West Virginia from Hank Alvey. Obioha looks to go one-on-one. He's got space. Does he have the move? He's got the foul, though, and he'll shoot two.
Yep. Obioha did exactly what you should do as a big guy. Don't fall away on your shot. Go, if anything, a little bit to the board, and you draw that contact. He didn't get a shot up to go down, but he'll get to the line.
So Obioha will shoot free throws for West Virginia. And Bake, Harlan Obioha against Mount St. Mary's. And kind of the story of that game is he makes the first field goal, but he also didn't have a field goal attempt the entire game. He's getting hacked that much. Very rare for a 7-footer.
Well, yeah, and one game he got a lot of looks inside, but just couldn't get him to drop, and he wasn't really going up strong.
Obioha finished with 5 in the Gold and Blue debut, and then 12 last time out against the Campbells of Campbell. And Lehigh and Coach Brett Reed going to take a timeout here with 6:41 to go in our first period. West Virginia leading Lehigh 32-7. As West Virginia shooting 60% from the floor, Lehigh just 23% as well. And Bake, you were alluding to this. You knew Lehigh when they were a previous mascot.
Yes, I played against them twice in my days here, but they were called the Engineers at that time. And then when I was doing my homework and I saw Mountain Hawks, I said, well, when did that change? But they were an engineering school, and what I understand from that now is that the student body, the faculty all said, wait a minute, we're more than just an engineering school. We've got a much well-rounded. So through pressure, it ended up being changed from the Engineers to the Mountain Hawks.
And similar to West Virginia, they are also a R1 institution, which is the highest possible research rankings, and the pay scale pretty darn good for the business majors, as we saw down there. So if you want to make money, go be a Mountain Hawk. 6:34 to go, first half. West Virginia continues to cruise here. Ugasuk forces the turnover, and it's a clean takeaway. Ugasuk with one on his back, takes the contact, can't finish there. Nice jibe by Conniff to go up cleanly, straight up, and then West Virginia with another takeaway right on the other end. That's going to be 9 in the game for West Virginia. Huff, Ugasuk looks to get it back. Missed it strong there. Below underneath the basket for the Mountaineers. Can't get it to go, and it'll be saved by Euro Sevic, who's in the game off the bench for Lehigh. Did not start. And that was the same against Valley Forge when he went over 20 points, and there's a floater up and in by Caleb Thomas.
Caleb Thomas with a nice little floater inside.
West Virginia 32, Lehigh 9. Coach Hodge was upset on the sideline there after that defensive breakdown. 5:37 to go. But you know these defensive coaches, like you say, Kelvin Sampson, we saw Dan Hurley last time out for Connecticut. Same sort of frustration even when you're in firm control. That's how you set that standard. Lawrence got the hot hand here for West Virginia. 5 on the shot clock. Huff. Could he?
Oh my goodness.
Logo 3 for Honor Huff. That'll be his second of the game.
Boy, will Mountaineer fans be glad to see that and be up for a treat all season if he shoots like that.
35-9, West Virginia. Cool finish underneath for West Virginia's Naz Whit out for West Virginia, along with Brennan Lawrence, Jasper Floyd, Trayson Eaglestaff, and Honor Huff, who has hit 2 threes for West Virginia. Huff's got 6, Floyd's got 4. Harlan Obioha, who's not out here, also has 6 points, but the way is being led by Brennan Lawrence. Jasper Floyd down the lane, out to Eaglestaff with 4:40 left in the first. Eagle staff going to try and work his way to the basket. Settles for a 12-footer. That's no good. Offensive rebound. Out to Lorient. Huff lets it go. It's offline left side. Missed it that time. It'll roll out for a Lehigh inbound.
He makes an air ball three look exciting.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, from our angle, you can see he was off to the left, but you never really know, right? Lehigh going to shave off some time here that they can keep by rolling in the inbound. Albee goes right side to Whitlock. And into the corner. Ball movement there in West Virginia. Right on top of that, Brennan Lorient knocks it out.
Yeah, Belo overplaying and knocking the ball out. And the thing is, when you have pressure like that, when you have the ball and somebody's in your face, it's tough to make a good pass.
Big, when you're looking at Lehigh to get a combination that could maybe keep this where it's at and inch your way forward, what are you looking for Lehigh? What can they do to maybe change the tempo a little bit? Well,
you know, coach has to call timeout and just say, you know, we've got to protect the basketball. And if you don't do that, there's not much you can do.
Adiasa the handoff. Thomas. Difficult find for Whitlock. As off balance as he let that one go. Obiaha's back out there. And he brings down the rebound for West Virginia. Bit of a large lineup out here now. Eagle staff, Obiaha, Lorient. Eagle staff. Good from three.
Eagle staff for three.
When you put Eagle staff on one side and Huff on the other, well, you got some snipers out there, and that helps the big guys inside.
Yeah. Bake, when you look at Eagle staff's performance through the first two games, what has changed for him? What's been different?
I think he's got more confidence. He was thinking too much early on.
Yep. Rebound, Huff got a full head of steam. And wow, the traffic there. Huff was knocked down. No call as Thomas stood his ground. Jurosevic for three. For Lehigh.
One of the few really open threes that they've had.
38-14 Mountaineers. 3:05 to go first half. Next dead ball will take us to our final media timeout of our first period. Eagle staff. Lorient, game's leading scorer. Gonna try and work inside and bank it in. When it's in, it's in.
That ISO on that one side makes it tough on the defense.
It was a 40-point first half for West Virginia. And we'll get a whistle and a call to break us. Game 3 of the year. It is already the highest scoring first half for West Virginia, but they did score 40 points in a half previously. That was the second half against Campbell. West Virginia, off the 10 Lehigh turnovers, they turned into 14 points. So West Virginia has been getting takeaways and making the opposition pay. They'll run the set. Oh, and the alley-oop miss there by Brennan Lorient, just a little bit out of his grasp, but that was set up perfectly.
It was. He and Jasper have played together before, so you know they've worked on that long before they ever got to West Virginia.
Vasquez fades left, misses the shot strong, and Lorient grabs the rebound. Belo's got 15 points. His career high is 20. And with 2 minutes to go, we'll see if West Virginia can make this the highest scoring half of the season. Eagle staff, nice spin underneath. Oh, Obiaha had it, lost it. It's out of bounds.
Yeah, I think he surprised Obiaha with that.
So again, out of the timeout, West Virginia ran their set perfectly. And Floyd was looking for Lorient.
We've seen that a number of times out of the timeout.
Adiasa. And Tracy Eagle staff, more active hands.
I know for a fact that Tracy and Eagle staff have never been challenged to play defense the way that he has been since he's been here in Morgantown.
Absolutely. It's a culture, it's a mindset, it's a commitment to the type of defense that Ross Hodge wants to see from his team. 1:35 to go, 7 on the shot clock. Albee looks back door, that's cut off by the active hands of Huff. Shot clock at 1, Ingram got it to teardrop in.
Sometimes you can play tremendously great defense and somebody just makes a good play, and that's what you saw just now.
With 1:15 to go until halftime, West Virginia leads 40-17. Obioha. He wanted the back door there for Lorient. Huff grabs it. 10 on the shot clock. Oh, gave it to Obioha, who went up with it and is fouled. He got sandwiched there between Alvi and Adiasa.
Really glad to see that big guy going up as strong as he is now, because that's what he's going to run into every night in the Big 12.
How about that find from Honor Huff? Split the fence posts there and found his big man underneath. So Obioha will shoot free throws for the Mountaineers. And his first one is up and in, and it is the highest scoring half of the season for this West Virginia offense. Of their 41 points, 14 have come off of turnovers. They've forced 10 of them. It almost feels like, Bake, that number is higher with all the deflections that West Virginia is getting.
Yeah, you're right.
Checking in for the Mountain Hawks, Tommy Connor.
You know, when you get a lot of deflections like that, that just throws off all the timing on the offensive set that the other team is trying to run.
Obioha's second free throw will drop in. And it is timing for West Virginia that they can roll off of right now. A third game in 6 days that West Virginia is playing. No quite reps like live reps, Big.
That's right.
Final minute of the first half. Lorient with a takeaway. And Vasquez took it right back. A low center of gravity able to get that first dribble. Lorient was taking up the floor. Conniff is in the game for Lehigh. He'll get the ball now. And goes to Vasquez. Return to Conniff. Nice setup here. Jarosevic with a three.
That's the best set that Lehigh's run the first. Two really, really quick passes, drive the defense, and kick it out for a three. That was really nicely done.
West Virginia will hold for the final look of the half. They lead by 22 points with 15 seconds to go. Amir Jenkins, crafty and quick, is out there. Eaglestaff and Lorient. Huff also an option for your final look. 6 seconds. Jenkins all the way through. Pass deflected and saved, and that'll do it for the first half.
I see him every time, and I ask him, how is he coming along? He says, well, so it's still a day-by-day thing. We don't know when he's going to be back.
Field's near 50% shooter last season, as we'll get things going here from Hope Coliseum. Lehigh will start out in possession. Alvi on Obioha, and a good look for three, and that's strong. Lehigh needs to make those shots if they want to work their way back into the game. 5 out for the Mountaineers. Eaglestaff, Huff, Lorient, Obioha, and Jasper Floyd, who gets aggressive, takes it right to the basket, can't get the roll, and Lehigh will grab the rebound. Nas Whitlock will reverse and step back. Three-pointer banged by Josh Ingram, the 6'4" junior from New Jersey, who's making his 40th career start today. 42-23, West Virginia. Big, you want to talk about the strong second half that Lehigh had against Houston. How big is the start of the second half?
It's very big. You know, they went into halftime, and I'm sure Coach Reed said, hey, listen, we played against the number 2, and we came back. We can do the same thing here. May not win the game, but let's go out and execute the second half.
Thomas into the corner. Ingram just hit the three and is guarded by Eaglestaff. He's going to spot up, and a little too much on it. Floyd grabs the rebound for West Virginia. Again, those 42 points for West Virginia, most and a half this season through the first 3 games. Lorient given a ton of space. Lorient steps through, and that's way too easy for the game's leading scorer.
You know, when you get a guy gets you down low like that, whatever you do defensively is wrong.
Yeah.
He's got so many different things in his tool bag that he's going to make you look bad one way or the other.
And he's got 15 points in the game, and they just gave him that space. They're basically 8 feet from the basket. Nice distribution there. Alvi able to finish it off, and it's 44-23.
And we've seen much better execution out of Lehigh beginning here in the second half.
Floyd at the wing for the Mountaineers. Obioha spinning baseline. Oh, nice bank on a severe angle.
They took Hank the Tank to the rack just now.
Robioha now with 10 for West Virginia, and on the other end for Lehigh, Ingram through 2 hands. And a timeout from Coach Hodge. Defensive breakdown there for the Mountaineers.
He'll be talking about that for a long time.
Yeah, I dunked on a 7-foot guy. It wasn't really on, it was near him. More Sukasuks in the game for West Virginia, and Coach Hodge calling that timeout to send us to the break. Was not happy with the way West Virginia was defending. Amir Jenkins is out there for the Mountaineers along with DJ Thomas. Jenkins, again, they're going to give him space down low, let the guard go to work. Jenkins fades off the front of the rim, rebound, below, put back.
Nobody got a body on below, and that's just much too easy.
Laurent now 1 point away from his 20 points that he had against Temple for a career high. Oh, good look from Alvey underneath. And the extra pass to the corner. Air ball, but fouled was Benoit by the freshman Amir Jenkins. Update from the Sun Belt quarterfinals, which is about a couple hundred feet here from the Hope Coliseum. 2-seed West Virginia leading Old Dominion at the half. I saw a lot of soccer enjoyers perhaps coming from DDS over to the Coliseum. Active Sunday here as Benoit hits the first free throw. Best time of the year for sports fans.
Oh, yeah. A lot going on.
Benoit on the board for the first time in the game. That's his first point. And he'll make his first 2 of 3. I hear that Warren Baker has worked 5 games this week.
I don't know. I can't remember. But it's been a lot of fun.
And Benoit makes 2 of 3, and you give up the offensive rebound if you're West Virginia. And the rebound squirts through the hands of Thomas, but ultimately does end up with the Mountaineers' Brennan Laurent. Here's Jenkins, 48-29 Mountaineers, 16:24 to go.
And you can see Lehigh came out with another gear here. They have really picked it up.
Laurent. Nice work there from Jenkins. Lehigh is giving West Virginia that ISO underneath, and Jenkins is going to draw the foul. And a technical foul as well issued to Lehigh. I believe they're going to get Nazir Whitlock, who was called for the personal, the technical along with it.
Wow.
Obviously something he said after the call.
Well, Amir Jenkins was not going to be denied inside just now.
So, first free throw from Huff, who will shoot the technical foul free throws. And that'll be a 3rd foul issued to Whitlock. Huff missed them both.
Well, you know, there was a lot of banging inside, but I thought Whitlock ended up having pretty decent position inside. And I can understand why he was upset by that call.
Yeah. West Virginia unable to make Lehigh pay for the technical. Still 2 to come here for Amir Jenkins, who's got 2 points in the game. Bake, that was again an opportunity for West Virginia underneath. They let that go towards the right of the lane. Lehigh content to defend that?
Well, yeah, you're right. I don't know. Lehigh has been doing a pretty much better job of trying to defend down low, but sometimes things just don't go your way.
And West Virginia only makes 1 of the 4 free throws that they were afforded there. West Virginia still leads by 20 points 4 minutes into our second half. Thomas gets by Jenkins. Help comes from Obioha. Alvey knocked loose. There's the active hands for West Virginia that we saw in the first half to force the takeaway.
Boy, good team defense.
And that's a 12th turnover of the game forced by the Mountaineers. And Jenkins lost it, sliding forward and finding Benoit, and Jenkins fouling Benoit. Heard a slap of the hand, so throws here for Benoit. And we brought up that Lehigh had outscored Houston in their season opener. It wasn't by a ton, it wasn't double figures, actually by 1 possession. Lehigh 34 points, Houston 31 points as Benoit hits the first one.
Yeah, but Sampson, I know he wasn't happy.
Oh, of course
you know?
not. No.
In fact, Houston probably could have outscored him only about 5, and he'd still been really upset.
Next free throw from Benoit is up and in.
Well, right now, Lehigh outscoring the Mountaineers 11-7 here in the second half.
Yep. West Virginia sending out Jasper Floyd. DJ Thomas, there's a takeaway. And slammed home again by Josh Ingram.
What a sloppy pass by Eagle staff. Jeez.
49-33. You knew that the opposition was going to have a roll and go on one at some point in this game. Now it's up for West Virginia to answer back. Eagle staff, no good off the front of the rim. Ugasuk grabs the board. Obioha trying to isolate himself down low. Thomas, shoulders in, and one. And we got Obioha and Benoit also tied up as they were fighting for positioning. And I'm sure they're going to want to play this one back.
Yeah, they're going to take a look at this to see what happened, I think.
It was Obioha who ended up on top of Benoit. Could have been one of those things where they were just fighting for position. They both lost their balance, but our officiating crew is going to talk this one over. Count the basket and the foul for DJ Thomas to make it 51-33 West Virginia, and then that's where you had the extras.
Well, let's see whether Lehigh continues to do it. That time down, they were in a 2-3 zone. And you know, Eagle staff was out there. If they stay in the zone, you know doggone well Huff won't be on the bench long. But we'll see if that was just one time down or whether or not they'll try to employ that zone.
So here's the play. It kind of looked like Lorient was trying to finish his block. Only problem is we're playing basketball. So it'll be interesting to see where they go with that. Obioha was on his back foot that entire time.
Yeah, well, he was driven back, so
yeah,
I don't know what they're going to call.
I would be surprised.
I didn't see any fist thrown or anything like that.
But there wasn't anything malignant in it. And Obioha obviously kind of got wrapped up there at the end and knew he was going down, so he pulled him down too. And we'll get the call here in just a moment. Okay, so a shooting foul.
Followed by a double contact technical foul on 55 White and 5 Brown.
Okay, and a double technical against Obioha and Benoit.
Yeah, and that's probably the right thing to do.
That's a 2-point takedown in wrestling. So yeah, we'll see it one more time. So the basket is good and the foul. And then the extra stuff there from Obioha and Benoit. Offsetting technicals. So it should be just an and one free throw here.
Well, you know, you want to talk about leadership. Jasper Floyd immediately jumped in and grabbed Obioha. And that's what you want your leader of your ball club to do. Don't let this thing escalate anymore.
Yep, indeed. It's got to be a controlled chaos, right? Play with intensity, play smart. Be quick, but don't hurry in a competitive sense.
Yes.
So here's the N1 free throw for Thomas. And it's up and in. That's a 3-point play for West Virginia, 52-33. Let's see what Lehigh can do out of this. Kramer is into the game for the Mountain Hawks. And he'll hand off to Caleb Thomas. Swiped at by Floyd. And then to Benoit. Right wing Thomas. And high again for Ingram, who's got the hot hand here for the Mountain Hawks. He missed it that time. Ingram looking for 14 points on that make, but the miss is rebounded by the Mountaineers. Floyd took a bump, stayed with it. Wing Thomas got Obioha there for a second, but didn't get it down to him. Floyd fouled, blocking call on Lehigh's Caleb Thomas, the freshman.
Yeah, Lehigh was back in their man-to-man, so it was just a one-time down court that they were 2-3. Now, they may play a little bit more 2-3, but being down this much, I don't think that they're going to just let West Virginia pass the ball around like that. They feel like they've got to come out and get them.
First personal on Thomas as Ugasuk inbounds to Floyd. Obioha heads to the bench in the meantime. Jasper Floyd gets a high screen from Lorient. Fakes the three. Brennan Lorient, strong step to the basket. Fading away, though, from the hoop. Missed the shot. And Ingram can take the ball down here. He's in double figures for Lehigh, the only double-figure score. Tank to Tank Albee goes right side. And Alfredo Adessa, the 6'10 sophomore from Italy, is in the game. Handed it off. That's a tough shot, too strong. That ricocheted off of a couple of Mountain Hawks, and West Virginia's got the ball. Two players behind the play for Lehigh. Into the corner, Ugasuk. Lorient with a game-high 19. Field goal gives him a career best. Lorient spins baseline, pushed off by Albee. Lorient going to try and muscle his way through. Kicked out to Floyd. Gets the return. Belo wants it back.
Well, good defense by Albee that time.
Great. Floyd up. Had his shot rejected. And loose ball taken down by Albee.
Oh, great defensive possession by Lehigh.
Mountain Hawks trying to get going in transition here, but slowed down by the recovery of the Mountaineer defense. 13 minutes to go, half two. Ingram, tough two, off the front of the rim, and West Virginia swarms the ball, and Eagle staff rebound. Honor Huff set to check back in. Eagle staff. A Shamgar dribble there, whether it was intentional or not, and we'll get a foul called on Lehigh.
Eagle staff really fortunate there. He kind of bobbled that ball around, got bailed out by that foul call.
Huff will check back in. And here's Jaden Forsyth, 6'5 senior from Brooklyn, will check in for the first time to get Eagle staff.
Yeah, seeing his first action. We saw him in the exhibition really shoot the ball well. Hit 3 threes, one of them by way of bank, but they all count.
Scoring drought of 2+ minutes for both teams here. Mountaineers still lead by 19 points, their largest lead of the game, 27. That's wide open for Honor Huff, but it's no good. And Albee pulls down the rebound.
Good execution, everything but the shot.
Thomas looks down low. Adessa, trap, double team. Huff knocks it loose. It'll score it out to Ingram. And they go back high with 12:30 to go. Albee back to Ingram. Albee tipped. Adessa got to get it up there, and it swirls in and out. He forced that shot, only had 8 on the shot clock. Could have made a move, I think.
Yep.
Jasper Floyd probed by Ingram. And the Huff. Honor Huff. Whistle, another blocking call against Caleb Thomas. It'll be West Virginia ball when we come back. 52-33.
Cleaned up before you go down that gauntlet.
The little stuff that you get away with against Lehigh, you won't be able to against those other teams. Honor Huff at the line for the Mountaineers. First of a 1-and-1 is up and in. That was a 7th team foul on Lehigh before we took that break. Second personal to Thomas as he picked up the blocking call. 53-33. West Virginia goes back up by 20. And Huff has 8 points.
Well, they had those 17 fouls, Lehigh does.
Yep.
But in order to get back in, you've got to be aggressive and take some chances.
Yep. Albee. Ingram. Back to Albee. Trying to make a quick move there, and Obioha. Obioha, quick hands, knocked it loose. Lorient on the ground. And is going to save that possession for West Virginia. Good quick work from the Mountaineer defense. 13th turnover of the game. And that's how West Virginia had so much success in the first half, was the active hands and proper spacing.
Well, Hank the Tank made the big mistake of bringing the ball down.
Huff missed the 3 there, left it short. And Thomas is over midcourt. Adessa, ooh, and a slip there from Albee. And see if he can get up. He's all right. We're going to whistle on a reach-in call against Huff on Thomas.
Well, the ball was getting greasy all of a sudden. Well, that's a tough call on Huff. Oh, my goodness. That ball, rolling around the floor like that, everybody's diving for it.
So Thomas will go to the bench, and Angelica with a little bit on Honor Huff, who went for over 20 last time for West Virginia.
Well, Andrew, Honor says you can really see the confidence in his game with the way he reacts to the missed shots, not necessarily the made ones. He said when he was younger in his career, if he missed a shot like that or if he had an air ball, he was letting it affect him the whole game. He says now he's able to shake it off, able to get his teammates involved. And he said he actually doesn't like wide open shots because he starts to overthink it. He says, hey, why is no one guarding me? Come on, put some respect on it, right? We'll see if that confidence comes through and he's able to get a couple here down the stretch.
Absolutely. Thank you, Angelica. Similar to what Trayson Eaglestaff did in the first game for West Virginia, had a lot of space and perhaps thought about it too much when he just, better off going out there and reacting.
Exactly right.
Floyd, high screen from Obioha, finds Harlan underneath and had it ripped loose. Good takeaway there by Alvey. And they go down low. Odessa. Obioha gets the block. Stayed down once, twice, and finally one up. Really good timing and composure there from Obioha defending.
Well, Lehigh had an excellent opportunity to score just now. Wow.
Really good stuff there from Obioha, the senior, showing his poise. 10:29 to go. Half two from Hope Coliseum in Morgantown. Vasquez is back in the game for Lehigh. And Lorien ends up in the Lehigh bench and gets a takeaway and jump save there for West Virginia. Only 15 turnovers in the game for the Mountaineers. Check that, 14. And on the other end, Lorien couldn't get it to go. 2-on-2 the other way. Jurosevic went through the middle. Vasquez, and we'll get a whistle on the jump ball. Possession arrow to West Virginia. Forsythe and Obioha were aggressively defending.
Well, give both teams credit. We've seen some really, really nice defensive stops when it looked like people were going to score.
Both of these teams have struggled to score. West Virginia's not hit a field goal in the last 5 minutes, and Lehigh hasn't scored a point in 5 minutes plus. Scoring in the second period is big. We're officially halfway through. 12 points for West Virginia, 13 for Lehigh. Huff, quick burst down right of the lane. High screen Obioha. And the roll, Obioha fouled there by Odessa. And he'll shoot two.
Boy, Honor Huff really doing a good job of distributing the ball. Look at that pass. I mean, you got to thread that thing through there. When Honor Huff gets the ball, there's so much attention put on his offensive abilities when it comes to shooting that he can really, really help other guys out by being a distributor.
You see that shot there from our camera crew. Odessa was getting the explanation on why that was a foul. It's a good insight. You usually don't see those. First free stroke from Obioha made. 55-33. West Virginia looking to get out to a 3-0 start in their third game in the last 6 days. Lehigh drawing 2 Big 12 opponents in their first 3 games of the season. How about that? You go Houston, D3 Valley Forge, and then West Virginia, as Obioha makes both. And then Obioha will go to the bench.
Coach Reed is the same way as most coaches are that have a mid-major playing against a Power 4. They're trying to prepare for their league season and then hopefully the NCAA tournament.
Vasquez bounces one to Odessa with 9:32 to go. Half two. Forsythe getting some minutes here for West Virginia, 4 and white. Odessa wants to back him down high. Jurosevic has hit 2 3-pointers already, and he gets a long 2 there.
And that was a very, very nice shot because Belo had pretty doggone good defense on him.
Jasper Floyd over midcourt with 9 minutes to go. 56-35 West Virginia. Into the corner. Forsythe, can he hit? In and out, rebound, Lehigh. And Vasquez heads down the floor. 8:52 to go in the game. Jurosevic is on fire.
Yep.
He is 4 for 5 in the game for the Mountain Hawks. Again, he went off for over 20 against Valley Forge the last time out, and this West Virginia lead shrinking back to 19 points. Floyd to Lorient. Adiasa on ball defense. Lorient goes right through him and up and in. It's 21 for Brennan Lorient, a career high.
You have to send somebody else to help on a situation like that. He's just too good for one person to try to handle.
Adiasa inside, fouled as he went to dunk it and then try to adjust his shot mid-take because he did feel the pressure. And Henri Adiasa will head to the free throw line. 6'11" senior from Cameroon.
Team foul number 5. Now the free throw line for Lehigh, number 32.
Yeah, Jurosevic 10 points for the Mountain Hawks. They are led by Ingram's 12, but Jurosevic has not played a ton of minutes in this game.
No, and you know, the shots he's hit, a lot of them have been contested, so it's not like he's shooting layups.
He's only been out there for 10 minutes. Adiasa first of 2 up and in.
Grayson Ingolstaff and Amir Jenkins check back in for the Mountaineers.
Amir Jenkins and Trayson Eaglestaff are back in. 58-38, 20-point Mountaineer lead with 8 minutes to go. And both made by Adiasa. West Virginia is just 1 for their last 7 from the field. And Jenkins, a backcourt violation against West Virginia, and that'll take us to a break. 7:52 to go. Take a little bit of that 3-game in 6 days, getting to West Virginia a little bit.
Yeah, it may be. And again, Coach Hodge is putting a lot of different combinations out there.
Yes. Jurosevic, guarded by Huff. He loves this shot right here. That time too strong, and rebounded by West Virginia. And that's how he was making his hay. West Virginia up 19, 7:25 to go. Huff to Lorient, and then to Eaglestaff. Pulls up, long 2, in and out. And rebounded by Lehigh. Good look there from Eaglestaff, though partially contested. Ingram down the baseline. We get a foul called on Eaglestaff with 7:09 to go. And it'll be 2 free throws here coming up for the Mountain Hawks.
I'm sure some people are saying, you know, Eaglestaff, don't sleep on him. He's gonna break out. The more playing time he gets, and at this level,
yes,
he's going to become much, much better.
Ingram hits the first. That'll be 13 points for him. That's a team high. Harlan Obioha will check back into the game to replace DJ Thomas. And the next free throw is in as well. 58-41 West Virginia. 7:07 to go. West Virginia leading by 17 points. We'll get that graphic and score bug back to you in a bit. Obioha to Huff. Huff finds a lane. Left the layup short, and the loose ball taken down by Lehigh. They'll try and run in transition. And another chance, and a 3. It is Jurosevic. 4. West Virginia's lead is shrinking here with 6:40 to go.
Well, that young man just earned more playing time.
Lehigh now on their first run of the game. 7-zip over the last minute 18. This slips out of the hands of Eaglestaff. It'll be Lehigh ball. West Virginia has now turned the ball over. Again, that was 12th turnover for the Mountaineers. Lehigh's committed 16, and through all of this, Brett Reed, head coach, as we see him now, has stayed cool and composed the entire way. And Angelica with more on Lehigh's head coach, Brett Reed.
Well, Coach Reed told me earlier today that with great challenges and great competition, like playing a West Virginia, like playing a Houston, you really have to focus on execution, but he looks more at the intangibles than he does the scoreboard. He wants to see how they respond to adversity. He wants to see how they play as a team, and he said really what he's looking for in this non-conference slate, he said it was cliche, but it was playing the Lehigh way, having trust in each other, coming together, playing as a team, and really the point is to be battle-tested by the time conference play rolls around.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Angelica. It was totally on brand as West Virginia. Another bad giveaway there from Jasper Floyd. A lot of coaches, you know, in the world of advanced analytics still rely on the eye test, right? And we'll get a whistle and a foul call against Adiasa as Ugasuk caught a limb around the eyes. And so we saw West Virginia's tournament. What does Lehigh have going on around turkey time? UC Santa Barbara, and then a potential matchup against Seattle or Texas State at the Resorts World Las Vegas Classic. Fun, yeah. West Virginia will go to the line with Morris Ugasuk, as again, that's the 9th team foul on Lehigh, which means 1-1 here for Morris Ugasuk.
I don't know that I'd want to take my basketball team to Vegas.
An offensive rebound here for West Virginia frees up the possession. Floyd penetrating down Jurosevic, and he'll pick up the foul. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up for Jasper Floyd. So as we compete here at the Hope Coliseum, update from the Sun Belt Tournament Men's Soccer Championships. 1-1, Old Dominion, the 7 seed, is equalized against the hosts, West Virginia.
Yeah, 71st minute. So West Virginia really needs to step on here and pick up another goal. Wow.
Floyd hits the first free throw, 59-44.
You know, in basketball, Andrew, you're going to have some droughts. What you don't want are prolonged droughts. You know, West Virginia right now, you look at the first half offensively, and you look at it, and it's not the same here in the second half.
Second free throw from Floyd, no good. Rebound, West Virginia again. They've rebounded 2 misses from first to 1-1, and then the double bonus. West Virginia just 1 for their last 9. Inside, Lawrence will get a momentum turner here for West Virginia. 61-44, Mountaineers with 5:30 to go. Timeout in your first 3-5 games of the season.
Sure.
Ingram will inbound for the Mountain Hawks with 5.5 to go. West Virginia turns up the aggression a little bit with Floyd and Vasquez. Alvey hands off to Jurosevic. They may want to run things through him.
Sure.
The rest of the way, oh, bad giveaway there from Ingram, and the takeaway from Ugasuk from Finland. He can speak Finnish with West Virginia football player Eddie Vestarinen, by the way. One of the few guys on campus that can do that. It's another turnover for Lehigh, their 16th of the game. Floyd trying to bounce into Obioha. A little too cute that time. And it'll be out of bounds off of West Virginia and Mountain Hawk basketball. Coach Ross Hodge not like that pass there.
No, not at all.
A little congested, 4:40 to go. 61-44 West Virginia. Adiasa trying to get Jurosevic open off the screen. Here he is. And that time off the bottom side of the rim, and will be West Virginia basketball. So they're going to the well a little bit too often. Jurosevic, who started 4 for 5, is now 5 for 9.
Yeah. Well, and him, the way he's shooting the basketball, he's not going to sneak up on many more people. When he comes in the ball game, be ready to defend.
Exactly. You could look at, you know, a 20-point performance against a D3 team and say, hey, we kind of know what this is, right? But he's just done it against West Virginia. Obioha. Ooh, loose ball. Try to get it to Huff, who saves it along the sideline. 8 on the shot clock now for Floyd. Floyd, quick crossover. And a 3, good for Brennan Lorient. 6 for the senior.
Shot clock running down. Jasper Floyd with the ball. Did not panic. Found the open man.
64-44 with 3:48 to go. That three-pointer as Jurosevic from way downtown able to knock it in. We're just going to say that three-pointer for West Virginia might have been the straw to break the back, but a good answer there from Lehigh. Floyd around the screen to Honor Huff. West Virginia shooting 47% in the game. Lehigh 38%. Floyd again, given space to back down his man, but draws the foul and will shoot 2 free throws in the double bonus. When we come back, Mountaineers 64, Lehigh 47. Brent mine, and I'm on 5%. Not good.
Well, during the timeout when we were away, they're getting the crowd all fired up for Thursday's ball game. Sweet Caroline was played, so you can imagine how that erupted here in the Coliseum. It'll be interesting to see what happens here on Thursday.
I think Thursday is going to be quite the atmosphere. Floyd to shoot 2 free throws on double bonus, and he'll make the first one 65-47. Head coach Ross Hodge, I'm sure, pleased with the first half of this game. Second half, not so much. Lehigh has outscored West Virginia 27-24 with that free throw made. They did outscore Houston in their opener by 3 points in the second half, and obviously a Kelvin Sampson defensive team is also going to take that personally. With 3:12 to go, West Virginia is going to try and seal this one, basically have it in the bag. But if you're looking at teaching points for both teams, Bake, let's start with West Virginia. Your takeaways from this one?
Well, I think the coach will say, you know, we can't have times when we get out of sync here when I make a substitution. I want everything to be, you know, constant throughout. You're going to make mistakes, but let's try to limit those. And for Lehigh, you played 2 pretty doggone good teams. So even in loss, let's take something good away from it.
Jurosevic in double figures. He's got 16. He's going to jack one up there and didn't chase down the rebound. Amir Jenkins has got it.
That was a difficult shot, and he almost knocked that down.
Coach Hodge calls out the play. Jenkins out to Lorient, the game's leading scorer. Didn't get one bite, but did find the open look for Jenkins. And a timeout from West Virginia. 69-47 with 2:22 to go. The freshman is able to knock it down, and the Mountaineers have shot 39% from beyond the arc. And Angelica Trenone has more on Harlan Obiaha, the big 5 for West Virginia.
Well, earlier this week, Andrew, Honor Huff said that he is a player that does not play selfish enough. And then Harlan was asked about that, and he said, yeah, you know, I would agree. Whenever I came into college, I was more of a guy who was just a bruiser, a big body out there, and all I could give you was maybe a hard 5 minutes, 15 minutes per game. He said changing his body has really helped that, but also realizing that he's a good player and he can get in on the action too. But he did agree maybe he should be a little more selfish sometimes when West Virginia needs him under the basket.
Thanks, Angelica. When you've got soft hands and are 7 feet tall, you kind of have to use that, right? 2 minutes to go. And Obiaha in this game for West Virginia has not had to be that guy, but he's dropped 12 points, back-to-back double-figure performances for him. And 3 of 4 shooting. He's done a lot of his work from the free throw line, 6 of 7, and has also picked up 8 rebounds. So that's a very clean performance from him. Jenkins goes sliding down. And
they're seeing his first action of the year.
Yeah, Abraham Oyedir in the game for West Virginia. Redshirt last season, 6'9", redshirt freshman from Ghana. Forsyth is out there, and Coach Hodge, after that shot was made, took that timeout to get these guys some playing time.
Abraham
Oyedir is a work in progress, but he's got a nice size, nice body. You'd like to see him develop.
First free throw out. I mean, you look at comparables here. Thomas looks the same. Lorient has got that 6'8", 6'9", big
frame,
power conference build. And Niall Howitt will also check into the game for West Virginia. And the second free throw missed. Ugasuk fights for the rebound with 1:34 to go. Vasquez to the foul line. And the backup's now in as well for Lehigh. Conniff cross court to Odessa. And that is a bank that does not get the fall. With 1 minute to go.
1 minute. 1 minute to play.
I have not seen, I have not had an opportunity to see anything about Pitt yet, but I'm going to come watch some film on them and see exactly what they look like.
You know, we had the game. I think we were going to work it until...
yeah, we weren't until FS1 decided.
Yep. Howard goes chasing after this one, but it's out of play.
I was looking forward to that, but...
Could you have kept yourself in check as a former rival of the Panthers? That's the question.
Yeah, I think so. I wouldn't be in good shape if, now, in my 4 years, we never beat them at Fitzgerald, but they never beat us here. So I'd be upset if we lost here.
Yeah, understandable. Vasquez with 28 seconds to go. This will be the last possession for the Mountain Hawks. West Virginia leading 69-47. Conniff underneath. Can't get it to go. Howard grabs the rebound for the Mountaineers, and he'll walk this one over midcourt with a handoff to Ugasuk, who escapes, protects the ball, and the West Virginia Mountaineers under head coach Ross Hodge are 3-0 to begin the season. They hold Lehigh to 35% shooting, 33% from three. They turn them over 16 times.